TNA was synonymous for their crazy match stipulations, over-the-top ideas, and just complicated rules. But what if we combined all three of these things? What if TNA combined all three of these things to create the worst wrestling tournament of all time? A wrestling tournament with awful match stipulations, over-the-top ideas, and complicated rules. That's what we're talking about today. What's going on, guys? It's Tom, or Top 10 Wrestling, and today we will be talking about the TNA Fight for the Right tournament that took place in 2006 and 2007. Before we get into it though, I would like to thank my Patreon supporters. You can see all listed here. If you guys want more exclusive content and perks from me, check out my Patreon link down below. It would really help me during these trying times and would be very much appreciated. We've just started a TNA GM mode series on the Patreon, so subscribe to Patreon and check that out. But let's stop wasting time and let's get into this video.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero Kurt Angle, and you are watching Top 10 Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
In TNA's history, two Fight for the Right tournaments took place, the first being in 2006, which we're going to talk about now, and this whole tournament was horrible, but spoiler alert, wait until we get to the 2007 edition, because somehow it's even worse than this one. So the tournament starts out with a reverse battle royal. If you don't know what the reverse battle royal is, you're going to hear it. But this reverse battle royal featured Abyss, Lance Hoyt, Ron Killings, Chris Sabin, Daniels, Rude Styles, Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, Eric Young, Senshi, Kazarian, Raven, Brother Runt, Brother Devon, Kip James, James Storm, and Christian Cage. Let me first explain to you how the reverse battle royal works. I'm just going to roll a clip from an older video talking about it because I don't want to talk about it again, and then also in that older clip it's going to talk about this actual reverse battle royal match itself. So roll it. So let's discuss the rules of the reverse battle royal. Pretty much it's a reverse battle royal. Okay, fine, I'll elaborate. Instead of throwing the guy outside the ring, you have to get yourself inside the ring. Pretty much everyone starts outside and it's a race to climb over the top rope and get in, with only a certain amount of spots for competitors. And you probably could have guessed that it was completely stupid. You had guys pretending they didn't know how to climb up the ropes or struggling to climb up it, when really you could just win this match in a couple of seconds. Yeah, that's literally all the rules of the reverse battle royal. You have to get yourself in the ring. Rather than an inside out battle royal, it's an outside in battle royal. But usually the reason why TNA's match stipulations was that they had stupidly complicated rules. But this one had simple rules, and it didn't work just because it's unbelievably dumb, and theoretically, it's easy as hell to win. Let's look at the reverse battle royal first. It literally is exactly what I mentioned before. People struggling to get in, and struggling to climb the top rope, despite the fact they've been wrestling for many years. They just don't know how to climb the top rope all of a sudden. You have people stopping each other, when they could be spending that valuable time just, you know, leaving, and just getting in. You know, why are you wasting your time stopping someone else? You have people walking around looking for things to do because they're not meant to be in the ring yet, so they're just looking for someone they can beat up or something. But all it just looks awkward, and they have so many opportunities, and that was the big problem with this match, is that these guys had so many opportunities to get in the ring, but if they weren't in the script to get in the ring, they just had to walk around awkwardly. And it's like, as well, with TNA, in this match, 95% of the people here do springboard moves. How difficult is it to just get on the apron and just jump over the rope in one move? How difficult is it? So yeah, after they all get into the ring, they all turn into an actual battle royal, then turns into a one-on-one match with the final two, just so overcomplicated. In the end though, Abyss wins it, and that means Abyss essentially has a bye all the way to the tournament final. Then the other 6 guys all go into a tournament. So you had Lance Hoyt versus Ron Killings, AJ Styles versus Chris Sabin, and Robert Roode versus Daniels. The winners of those matches were Killings, Styles, and Robert Roode. They went into a triple threat match, which AJ Styles won, and that set up AJ Styles versus Abyss, which AJ Styles lost and Abyss won, and he got a title shot at Genesis. And how did that title match go, you ask? Well, this is the infamous time when Abyss won the NWA World title by DQ. Yes, Abyss's one and only world title reign in TNA, winning the NWA title, was by DQ. Brilliant. So yeah, that was the 2006 Fight for the Right tournament. It's crazy because even the match beyond the tournament, the actual world title match that isn't a part of the tournament, even that was still stupid, which says a lot about TNA. But anyway, let's talk about the 2007 Fight for the Right tournament. This one was somehow even more complicated and even more stupid than the first one, and even more went wrong. First of all, let me explain the rules to you, because the rules have changed. So first of all, the tournament featured 16 people, those people being Eric Young, Robert Roode, James Storm, Junior Fatu, Chris Sabin, Kaz, Lance Hoy, Alex Shelley, BG James, Kip James, Jimmy Rave, Chris Harris, Petey Williams, Havoc, Not the Knockout, Sharkboy, and Sanjay Dutt. And how this one worked is that these 16 people, there would always be the reverse battle royal, which we're going to show you right now. This is the reverse battle royal. Roll it. And now we're going to look at the 2007 tournament, and I've got to say, in terms of the reverse battle royal part, this was the worst match. I mean, it was pretty much the exact same of what we saw before, just people awkwardly trying to get into the ring and act like they have no idea how to climb the top rope. In the background, towards the very end of the match, you see someone try to climb the top rope and then fall back onto the floor, and then that's them out the match. And the worst part of this entire match, and why this is easily the worst match, is James Storm wasn't doing anything. Just doing nothing. He was just sitting around, not going in, not fighting anyone, and the commentators were hyping it up like, oh, James Storm is waiting for the right moment, he's making sure there's an opening for him to get in. There was a million openings. Yet he was still just chilling for no reason. And the one time he does decide to actually run in, it's a close race and he nearly loses. Obviously, the 8 people who didn't make it in the ring don't qualify for the rest of the tournament, but the other 8 people are in the tournament to stay, no matter even if they get eliminated. Basically, the order of elimination determined the seeding for an 8-person tournament. So, you're kind of not getting much if you win. And there's evidence not getting much, because in the end, Eric Young won, just to go on to lose in the first round of the tournament. So, what was really the point? So yeah, the first round of tournament matches, we saw Eric Young, James Storm, Lance Hoyt versus Kaz, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns facing off, and Junior Fatu versus Robert Roode. James Storm, Kaz, Junior Fatu won. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin went to a no contest and ended up having Christian Cage qualify for the tournament, despite the fact he was not part of the first round, like he was not even in the reverse battle royal. Also, you might see on the screen, Junior Fatu doesn't go to the next round for some reason. That's because they failed to make negotiations in TNA and Junior Fatu left the company. So the second round is Christian Cage versus Chris Harris, who somehow made it in. Meaning that entire bracket is 2 wrestlers who didn't even qualify for the 8-person tournament. Christian Cage wasn't even in the first round, and Chris Harris didn't even make it in the ring during the reverse battle royal. Like, TNA never changed. TNA, I love you guys. What a company. But yeah, in the semi-finals, Kaz beat James Storm and Christian Cage beat Chris Harris, meaning the finals of the tournament was Kaz versus Christian Cage, which, this match, you might remember. This match originally happened on November 8th, with Cage winning, but due to interference, the original decision was then thrown out, and this was made a ladder match at the Genesis pay-per-view, which you might remember is a very infamous ladder match. It was very infamous because they were trying to get a contract hanging up. They were trying to climb the ladder, getting a contract on a clipboard. However, the contract fell off the clipboard, meaning the contract was actually on the floor, and they spent the rest of the match fighting to grab the clipboard. It was the most TNA thing of all time. Like, man, I love this company so much. TNA, I'm so, what a company. Like, this is only in TNA you'd see this. So yeah, Kaz would win this match grabbing the clipboard, which grabbing the clipboard apparently earns you the right to a world title match. and he would go on to receive the title shot on November 15th and lose. And sadly, Kaz would never win the world title in TNA, and he, by God, did he deserve it, but he never got it, and it sucks, and this whole tournament sucked. And after this, a Fight for the Right tournament never happened again, and thank God for that. I'm surprised they even did a second one after the first one, but it is what it is. This second one was definitely worse than the first one though. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, then be sure to smack that like button. This, in my opinion, was easily the worst TNA idea of all time, like the title does say. Let me know what video you want to see next. I would definitely want to do a match stipulation video coming up soon. Those are easily my favorite TNA videos to make. I've got a few ideas. I'll do a poll for it, for sure. But yeah, see you all soon. Like the video, sub notifications on. Follow me on Twitter at ToptonWrestling. My Instagram's at AntonBell. Check me out on patreon.com/ToptonWrestling. Linked in the description. Check out my podcast. Linked in the description. See you all soon. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.
Sleeping on me at my feet is where you'll lay. And take your head down on your knees like you pray. It's cool, I continue to kick push like Lupe. But if you ain't grinding with me, now the grind is where you'll stay. They want me quiet, you can watch me be discreet. Now I'm silent when I speak, mama telling me to kill the beast. Blood slowly dripping down from my head